Hey homework friends, I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is a gorgeous day in central North Carolina, zone 7B, and Keith and I have some things we need to get done out in the garden. There's 3 things we need to go take care of. One is I need to get out to the garden and harvest some stuff. 2, we need to go out and check the brassicas that we just put into the ground and some of the new seeds that we have started to see whether or not they need any fertilizer or anything. And 3 is we need to go around into the garden to figure out what summer vegetables are done and need to be picked so that we can start to turn those beds over so that we can prep them for the fall garden. So let's go see what we can get done in the garden. These plants are covered with banana peppers. Sometimes the garden turns into a jungle when I'm out here trying to pick things. Things just get a little crazy towards the end of the season. So just trying to get in here to pick some of these on the fence is real hard because there's so much stuff right around it with the plum tree, the sweet potatoes that are growing all the way down. It gets to be a little overgrown and busy in the garden. So our tomato harvests have not been huge this year, but I have been able to pick a little bit. I can't complain. My best tomato plant is actually this volunteer tomato that started underneath the deck and has grown all over the railing of this. But this has been my best producer, let me show you, of tomatoes. So I did picking pretty good today. I got almost 2 baskets full. I did not pick any jalapenos. I do have a lot of jalapenos out there to pick. I didn't get into picking any lettuces, kales, and collards. I'll probably pick those tomorrow or later on this week. Hey guys, it looks like the sweet potatoes might be ready to pick. They are just growing all the way down to the end of where our pear trees, our plum trees, and then we have some apple trees up there, but look at, they reached all the way down. This is where it gets a little crazy and messy towards the end of the season. So it looks like in a future video, we're going to have to pull in some sweet potatoes. Now that we've harvested all those vegetables, let's go take a look at the brassicas and see what's going on with the brassicas that we just recently planted. So in this bed right here, we planted some purple broccoli, and some of these are looking fantastic. Looking nice and big, nice and healthy. Then over in this bed, I have some broccoli, but let me see if I can show you this. Can you see that worm right there? I got some green worms growing on these. So I gotta treat these, get rid of these worms. They're just starting to eat some of our broccoli. So yeah, just pick them off and step on them. Now back on this bed is my Brussels sprouts, which I'm having the same issue, and I've already pulled off some of those little green worms. But that's not my only issue in this bed. The other issue is, in my last video, I showed this right here, where all these were getting eaten. Now I got the same thing. Totally eaten, right there. No leaves left over, nothing. So, I don't know what's going on with this. I gotta figure out what's eating my Brussels sprouts. So, the only good news is I do have a couple more new seeds started on these Brussels sprouts. So, hopefully, I can pop those into my missing spots. I do think that guy actually might bounce back, but we'll see. So I'm definitely going to have to get some BT spray out here for the green worms. I'm not quite sure what is going on with these guys. I have to figure that one out. Maybe it's a cutworm. I don't know. So to treat these little cabbage worms, I'm going to use a little bit of BT spray. Mix a little bit into a handheld spray. Since I don't have a lot of these, I'm using a smaller container. It's not too much. 25 fluid ounces. So I put it in here. And I'm going to go ahead and just spray each one of my plants for the cabbage worm. One more thing I'm going to do with these broccolis. They're starting to lean over. And down in here, I'm seeing an awful lot of these little pill worms, pill bugs. So I am going to toss in some of this diatomaceous earth. Right around some of these broccolis. Can I get that on camera? Just dusting around these because I'm thinking they are chewing at my roots. Okay, so all of my broccolis in here have some diatomaceous earth on it, so hopefully I don't lose any more of these broccolis. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we have inside. We did start a whole bunch of onion seeds, and we have these new trays that I really like these trays so far. Though I think we went away for a few days, we didn't water, but I think these guys will bounce back no problem. But we have 4 trays of these onions, all different types. And then I have some trays down here of celeriac, some cabbage, some collards, dinosaur kale, blue curly kale, broccolis, more Brussels sprouts. So if some of those don't work, I got some backups. Then I have over here some cilantro, dill, basil, 3 different types of basil. I have spicy basil, sweet basil, holy basil, and then some different types of lettuce, Cos, Simpson, and red lettuce. Then over here we have a little bit more of spinach. Gosh, I'm gonna turn these around so I can see what it is. Let's see. More kale, dinosaur kale, and collard. So I got some really good backups way back in here in case some of the others don't make it. Oh yeah, and this guy too, a little more dinosaur kale. So we have some backups. So just in case I lose some of the plants outside, I do have some backup plants. Alright guys, so I think I'm going to cut this video at this point. I know at the beginning I said there were 3 things we were going to work on with going ahead and harvesting, checking out those brassicas. I wasn't expecting all that pest damage to be going on with the brassicas, but I did show you how we're going ahead and treating those. But I'm going to skip the last part, going around the gardening because it's already getting late today. of the different things where we would pull the summer stuff out looking for opening spaces, but as I was in the garden looking at that, I don't have a lot of stuff that I can pull at this point, but I will possibly just push that to a later video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider subscribing, hit that notification button, and sharing this video.